Okay, alright. What's up, dudes? What's happening? Welcome to the first episode of Body Language. Today we're gonna have a look at a few basics. Body language is an interesting concept because of the fact that it helps us understand people when they're not talking directly to us. Leadership requires an understanding of body language, as well as sales, understanding the people that we love, all kinds of things. Today I'm going to chat to you about 3 specific concepts that I like to use in my understanding of body language, and we're also going to have a look at a little bit of footage, which is why I got my old school headphones on. Groovy, let's get straight into it. Now the first thing that I want to go through is that everybody understands bad body language. Bad body language is just so very real. We can tell immediately when something is not truthful. Understand that body language is a real language. If it's not the language that is being spoken clearly, it's gonna feel full of irkiness. This is from a video infomercial montage about fails, and it is just bad acting. Bad acting is the first stage of understanding body language, because you don't know why it's bad acting, you just see it's bad acting. A really good actor makes you believe that what they are going through is the truth, and that is the sign of a good actor or actress, whatever. The first thing I want to suggest that you guys look at is understand that there is fake body language that people put on in order to make you believe things. The second thing that I want you guys to focus on whenever you're having a look or trying to do your best to understand body language is to focus on the energy of the person that you're watching. Firstly, they will have a baseline energy, a baseline nature of how they react and how they talk to people. Everybody has a sort of level of energy that they stick with, and with that level of energy, they will then either go up or go down depending on the situation around them. You can get a better understanding of their reaction towards the world around them once you understand that people have a natural baseline energy. Baseline energies is where we start, where we understand how people are conducting themselves before a stimulus takes place. Now this specific individual has a baseline, you're gonna have to read it very quickly, and then a stimulus takes place, and then you watch his energy change. Oh no. Okay, wait, let's take it back. Okay, cool, it's a very short thing. Alright, so obviously he's in the zone with regards to what he's saying, and then you see immediately the stimulus comes in and his energy changes completely. Okay.
Stop! That's because it's hot outside. Stuff like that happens. Was that live? Are we live?
Now you see, he goes quite quickly back to at least closer to his baseline. And then this is the fantastic thing about people. People's minds are continuously busy with the task at hand, and they will do their best to try and maintain being at that task at hand. Whether they're trying to stick with the lie that they're trying to tell you, and then they change their story ever so tiny in such a small little manner in order to keep you on track with understanding their lie, or whether they're just trying to share information with the world. This guy's so funny. So now I found another interesting one. Okay, so now this guy has got a high level of energy, and then the stimulus hits him, and then his energy levels do not change. It is absolutely fantastic. They're a true professional.
Good. Whoa, that one's got it. Whoa. I fell on my booty.
Thank you. I got it.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So that's the thing. They will have an energy level, and they will have a baseline energy level. They're natural, sort of where they are at that moment. Natural obviously depends on the circumstances of where you are at that moment. A lot of people don't understand that when you are entering a group of individuals, you need to at least match their energy or increase it somewhat so that you are not bringing the energy of their group down. Being the stimulus, you want to improve upon the energy of the group that you're entering. Especially when it comes to leadership, you do not want your team to react negatively towards you, as well as when you're going to a family function or going to meet somebody on a date, you want to have a great energy. So we focused on energy, we focused on baseline. An interesting concept that I also like to use when it comes to any form of body language interpretation or understanding is simply openness and closedness. It seems obvious, but a lot of people don't read the situations properly. They don't read it fast enough. Being able to understand body language is just as important and just as quick as understanding the languages that you speak to each other any day and any age. The best examples of understanding openness and closedness, besides any sales, where you have to tell the salesman, no thank you, no thank you, you know, it takes them a while to get that, would be flirting fails videos online. I'm not ready for the cringe. Okay, so I found one that I like, and the interesting thing about it is it's not as obvious openness and closeness, but rather an element of being closed off to the current interaction. Let us watch it.
But anyhow, do you have any more questions?
You can call me later tonight?
Crazy.
No?
I'm
Here,
okay.
I'll give you my card.
It's okay.
Here.
I'm so uncomfortable.
All right, take it. There you have it. You're really cute. I like you. There you have it, guys. These girls are hot for just whoever in Hollywood.
So cringy, so very real. Oh, it consumes my life. Okay, so she's actually closing off her interaction with him, but keeping it open with the camera, which is quite an interesting thing, and it's quite a quick read. So now obviously, I don't know, you can see she's got a shoulder shrug. She's already looking at him, and you know, his unpreparedness is already making her a bit uncomfortable.
Call me later tonight?
Okay, so now what happens is, in a lot of circumstances, when people are laughing in a group, if you laugh and you look at somebody, that is the person that you want to interact with the most, the person that you want to feel positive emotions within the group. And also, a lot of times in an awkward situation such as this, a person would then try and find, they would seek an element of comfort with regards to what has just happened. Yes. I'm pretty sure you guys can read this. Her shoulders are completely faced away from him. Her energy levels, remember the energy levels, energy also has a direction. The direction is not pointed towards him in any way or form.
Crazy.
And she literally shakes her head in disbelief. Like, guys.
Oh?
I'm
Here,
okay.
I'll give you my card.
She's already got her hand up. She's saying no. That's an element of closedness. Just, there's a barrier. The whole hand thing.
Here you go.
Look, she's looking for an exit. Her energy is so closed off.
There you go, call me.
There you go. She's still trying to have a good interaction with the camera and with the cameraman and with the crew, but now he's made it awkward and she wants to run away so very far.
All right, take it. There you have it. You're really cute. I like you.
She's trying and he's making it weird. And then he just adds to the cringe.
There you have it, guys. These girls are hot for just whoever in Hollywood.
While we're at it, hands on hips in such a fashion is an attempt by most people in order to show dominance and sort of strength within that. They want to show dominance within their environment. At the same time, Amy Cuddy had a really interesting TED talk where if you stand with both your hands on your hips like that for 2 minutes, it's actually a form of power pose, and it does help drop your cortisone levels and your stress levels, and it actually helps boost confidence for a period of time. So he's doing the right thing. It's reading the room. My dudes, in closing, I just want to say thanks for watching the video. Leave a like if you like the body language and interpretations. Be open, bro. Bye. Be open, bruh. What am I saying?